Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about how to get a girl to say yes to a date. Specifically, how to get a girl to say yes to a date if you have matched with her on an online dating app like Bumble, OkCupid, Hinge, or The League. It's probably not you if you've had girls cancel dates on you last minute. It's just a couple of small things that you might be doing wrong that you can easily fix. Okay, so first tip to get more yeses for a first date and not have a girl cancel on you is to ask the girl out after 3 days of chatting. So for women, their interest in you is highest when you first match. If you let too many days go by, they lose interest, they get more matches, they move on to the next guy. So when you match with a girl, message her right away, and then within 3 days, 2 days, even one, depending on the woman and her tolerance for waiting, ask her out within 3 days. Then tip number 2 is arrange to see her that week. Women are really big into momentum on dating. So once you've asked her out, don't suggest a date 2 weeks away. Make sure that you're gonna be seeing her that week. Tip number 3 is suggest a date location that's close to her. Women usually hate driving. We like to stay in our neighborhood. So choose a date that is close to her. One of my friends actually, she's been dating this guy for 8 months now. She almost canceled the first date on the guy. And the only reason she went on the date was because she was like, you know, it was around the corner from where I lived, whatever, I figured I would just go. So tip number 3 is choose a date location that is close to her. Tip number 4 is choose a date that she'd like. So some women, most women like drinks for a first date. Some like coffee, some like dinner. It really helps if you suggest a date that the woman likes, then she'll be more likely to say yes to a date. So ask her what she'd like to do. Suggest, do you want to grab dinner or drinks, and see what she picks, or coffee or drinks? Or do you want to go play tennis or get brunch? Give her 2 options. Try to suggest a date that she would like, and she'll be more likely to say yes. Tip number 5 is be specific with a time and date. Women really hate it when you say something like, do you want to go on a date this weekend? And she says yes, but you don't set a time and a date. So say, great, how about Friday, 7 p.m. at this place? Women love that. If it's specific, it's more concrete in their mind, and they're less likely to flake out. Tip number 6 to have girls say yes to a date is to actually call the woman before the date. Most guys don't do this. You don't have to do it. It's just a little bit of something extra. If you have girls canceling on you, you're probably more likely to have them not cancel if you talk to them on the phone. It's so easy to cancel on somebody if you've only texted them. But once you've talked to a person on the phone, there's a human interaction in there. People are less likely to cancel. Tip number 7 is make sure you have really good online dating pictures. So this is what women do. Before they're walking to the date or the night before, they are looking at your profile again, thinking, is this who I really want to go on a date with tomorrow? So make sure that you have really good flattering pictures with good smiles, no awkward poses, no weird clothes, none of that. You want your profile pictures to be the best for you. If you're not sure what kind of pictures to include, just ask one of your female friends, or you can send me an email at datingsnippets@gmail.com. I'll give you some tips and pointers. A lot of men have horrible profile pictures, and us women kind of are like, okay, that's fine, we'll still go on the date with you, but a few small tweaks can make the biggest difference. And then tip number 8 is have good profile prompts. Have some information about you in your profile. So same thing, a woman before going on a date with you, she is looking at your profile pictures and your profile itself. If you leave your profile kind of blank, she's got nothing to go on, nothing to excite her about meeting you. So you want to have cool, fun facts about you or interests that make the woman interested in you so that she will go on the date and say yes. So in summary, if you want girls to say yes to you on dating apps, there's a couple of small things that you can do. Tip number 1 is don't text her forever, ask her out within 3 days. Tip number 2 is see her that week. Keep the momentum going. Tip number 3 is suggest a date location that is close to where she lives. Tip number 4 is choose a date that she would want to go on. Give her 2 options like coffee or drinks. Tip number 5 is be specific, step up, choose a time and a place. Tip number 6 is optional, but if you can have a phone conversation with her, it really helps. Tip number 7 is have good profile pictures. And tip number 8 is have a good profile description of you itself. If you have any questions, write a comment below. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It means a lot to me. Thanks, guys.